Hey, Kobe, have you ever started a presentation and not known where to go?
No, Bear.
Yeah, neither this girl in this movie. She's like, the Laster glass has unknown origins, but I'm going to start in the middle. What's going on, guys? My name is Barry.
This is Colby.
And this is Who Watches This. This is not a quotable movie, I think. I don't know.
Right.
What's going on, guys? Welcome to the last movie. Or is this the last movie?
This is the last movie. Yeah, this is movie 4 of
WWE Studios month.
Yep.
For a second, I got a little confused because I was like, this was also another scary movie, and I was like, wait, no, we already have Halloween on the dot.
Yeah, I did the same thing. I was talking to Trace about this, and I was like, it's Halloween. Yeah. And she's like, oh my God, how many months are you doing Halloween? And I was like, wait a second. It's WWE month.
Yeah. You tell her we could do a whole year of scary movies. So before we tell you what the movie is, let's go to our movie rhyme of the day, or of the movie. I don't know. Yeah. All right. Mirror, mirror on the wall, will you kill and trap us all? With eyes that glow like soulless cats, that one's for you. Will you damn us forever and keep us trapped? Will Kaylee and Tim succeed or fail? Or will they just become another grim fairy tale? We are talking about 2013's Oculus.
I like it. That's your niche. I feel like.
Well, you know, being a high school hip hop rap star, it was in a very small circle in Las Vegas. But we're talking about the 2013's Oculus, not the metaverse headset, but the WWE Studios horror film.
Right. Is Oculus like actually the name of a mirror? I don't know.
Oh no, the mirror was called like the Glasser, the Lasser.
Right,
mirror.
but I just meant like scientifically, like in the English language. Is Oculus?
Well, like ocular is like your eyes.
Oh,
so
right.
Let's see. Let's look this up. You know, now you got me curious. Wait, no, not the headset. See, this is what I knew. I knew it. Oh, a round or eye-like opening or design, a circular window. I guess. Maybe it's the frame.
Maybe it's their eyes.
Maybe. Oh, maybe that's why their eyes are like the way it's all glassy like a cat.
Eyes are, yes, could be.
Before we actually get started to this, do you know who directed this film?
I don't.
It's Mike Flanagan.
Oh, okay.
The same director for was it House on Haunted Hill?
Yep.
And what's it called Blywood Manor?
Bly Manor, yeah.
Yeah. That's why I was surprised. I was like, that name sounds so familiar, and I was like, But I got some trivia for you after we talk about the movie concerning the Flanagan.
Oh, okay.
It's not two Flanagans, it's just Mike.
I really didn't remember much of this when I watched it last night, but I had seen this before. But I saw this before I knew who the two main stars were.
Well, I don't know who the guy is, but I know the girl is from Doctor Who, right?
He's okay. The guy is
from Doctor Who too.
The girl is the red-haired girl from the Jumanji movies.
Oh yeah, she's also Nebulous from the Guardians of the Galaxy.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, and Doctor Who.
Okay,
I forgot which Doctor.
The boys from Gods of Egypt.
Oh, no,
but he's also Dick from the Titans TV show. Dick Grayson.
Oh, is that? Oh, he's
Nightwing.
Richard. Richard. It's funny. Like, just a little side tangent. I asked a really old dude named Richard. I was like, "Hey, can I ask you a question? Like, where does Dick come from? Like, where does?" He's like, "I don't know." But my wife calls me that on the regular.
Right, like Bill. Like, where does Bill come from William?
All right.
Some of those they don't make sense.
Okay, so Tim is the actor who plays Tim. He is is he mainly a voice actor?
No.
I thought he was a voice actor.
No, from the live action Titans show.
Oh, I have not seen it.
Oh, it's pretty good.
Yeah, that's what I heard. Like my friends have told me, like the live Titans is like decent. You know, like once you get over like your little fanboy nitpicks.
Right, exactly.
And, the other one is Doom Patrol with Brandon Fraser.
That is fantastic. Doom Patrol better than Titans. If you're gonna watch one of the two,
you gotta go with Titans or Doom Patrol.
Doom Patrol is.
Is it because of Brendan Fraser? He's the robot,
probably
right?
he is. No, that's like magnificently written. It's just it's bizarre. If you want like your classic kind of more superhero movie or show, Titans does a good job.
Yeah.
But yeah, Doom Patrol just is like.
If I wanted strange, I want a Dial H for Hero show.
Doom Patrol is like kind of almost Umbrella Academy strange.
Yeah. But like, did you ever read Dial H for Hero?
I did.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'd want that, and I want Jonah Hill to play that guy. But I want him to get fat again.
He's no funny now, but he's not fat.
Yeah, and you know he was fat over there too.
That happened a lot. I hate to say it, but comedians out there, if people love you and you are chunky, don't lose weight because for some reason when the weight goes away, so does your sense of humor.
It's no longer funny.
Right.
You know. But yeah, let's talk about the 2013 movie. It starts off with a recollection of a memory that Dick Grayson's going through. We find out that there was something very like a big issue in his childhood where it looks like his parents are like going crazy and he's like trying to protect his sister.
Right.
Or his sister's trying to protect him. But then we cut to a part where he's like, yeah, I've never gotten that far with his therapist, where he's holding the gun because you find out that he's the one who shot his father.
Right.
We don't know what that reason is right now, but
yeah, and the doctor, the therapist, definitely is like, this was a dream, and now that in the dream you're holding the gun, it symbolizes you're taking control of your future, and so I believe that we can let you out of the asylum.
Yeah, so he advocates for Tim to get out. He's like he's no longer an issue. We should release him at 21.
Yep.
Right, or like at his 21st birthday. We cut to Kaylee. She's at an auction house that her fiance owns.
Yep.
And she has finally tracked down this mirror, the Lasser glass.
Yep.
The auctioneer is like, it's well traveled and going through a brief history of it all, and so they're kind of like she's super intrigued in this, right? But we cut back to Tim. The therapist is like, hey, just to like, I just want to warn you. Your sister, she didn't get the help that you got. Right.
Yeah.
Your sister had to fend for herself, so please, just try to understand her,
Right. And he's like, yeah, it's important that you reconnect with your sister, but it's more important that you keep focused on your therapy and your reality because
we work so hard for this.
Because we've worked so hard, and if your sister isn't on the same level as you because she's gone through this differently without a therapist, basically, you don't want her to pull you down into...
Yeah, you don't want to bring you down to your psychosis.
Yes. Yeah.
Or, experience a folie à deux. But they do meet up and they go out to have dinner, and it seems like everything's fine. She seems kind of normal. She's like, hey, we're still looking at studios for you. Here's half of your money for the estate.
Right.
That should take care of you for a cool while. Here's some studios. But me and my fiance, we want you to stay with us until you get settled in.
Yep.
And then so he's like, wow, it's so normal. And he's like, oh, by the way, I found it.
And he's like, found what?
The mirror. Yeah, so she's like, we're gonna kill it. You promised to me.
Right.
You know, he's been able to process while she's been holding on to this promise.
Yeah.
2 different peas. Not in the same pod. And he's realizing, like, oh, my sister has not been able to deal.
Right.
You know, I mean, she's done the best she can. You know, she has a semi-normal life. She has a job. She has a fiance. It seems like from the outside her life is fine. But on the inside, she is bad shit.
Yep.
From his perspective, right?
Right.
And so he decides to not stay in the home with them, and they go to like an apartment or like a halfway house.
Yeah, like
really
at least a week to week kind of hotel kind of thing.
Yeah, and she's like, "Listen, I'm gonna do this with or without you. Come see me tomorrow, though.
Right.
You know, at least help me do that much, right?" And this movie cuts back and forth from like from the now and the past. It's kind of hard to like illustrate that like in a chronic manner.
It will be very different because it's almost confusing watching it.
Yeah,
the flashback between the timeline. Yeah, it'll be very difficult to try to.
So before I go further on, I just want to explain everything that happened in the past, and then like compare it to like what happened now. What's happening now, right?
Right.
So in the past, Kaylee and Tim, they move into this like gorgeous house, right, with their dad and their parents, and everything seems like it's going well. The dad is like a pretty happy dude.
Yep.
The mom, she wants to go into antiquing.
Right.
Which is like a rich person's hobby.
Yeah.
Turned into a job. But the dad, the husband, he ends up buying the Alexa glass.
Right.
He's like, listen, you wanted to start antiquing, so I thought like we'll buy this one and see if you can flip it. You know, just going through about this kind of slowly, but he ends up hanging it in his office until like everything gets settled in.
Yeah.
You know, because like it's a mirror. It's easily breakable. Let's put it in the place that it's going to be the safest in.
Right, because they've got a dog and they've got 2 kids who are
rambunctious,
10 and 12. So yeah, they're wild all over the place.
Yeah, and
he's already like, keep out of my office because you messed up my books and stuff.
Well, no, see, that's when he was getting affected. Because the dad seems pretty cool. Like when you notice him coming home from things, or when he's had time away from the glass.
Yeah,
super decent person.
Right.
But like, obviously it's his office. He has more the proximity that he has to this mirror is much more closer than everyone. So then he becomes more protective of the mirror. Right. But a lot of things are happening in the house, kind of creepy. Like the wife is staying at home alive because first she's setting up the house, but she's a housewife,
Right, and he's a computer tech or something, they said? He's like a programmer?
He's a CEO, that's what I know.
So, yeah, so she doesn't really have to work.
She doesn't have to work, but, like the kids they're getting older, they can start doing like after school activities and stuff like that. So,
right, yeah.
We don't know who she was before this. Maybe she did have a dream of like having like a decent career or something like that. She went to school for like arts and stuff. I don't know.
Right.
That's what it seems like.
To be a starship pilot.
Oh yeah, that was
Battlestar Galactica.
Yeah. That's where I was like, she looks so familiar, and I can't put my finger on it.
She's also now a Mandalorian.
Oh.
She's the blue Mandalorian.
Is she?
Yeah.
Oh wow. Stop watching it. I can't do the Baby Yoda thing. Like, as much as everyone just, you'll get over it. It's like, no, I'm not. And then they fumbled Boba Fett, so.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, I don't want to. Boba Fett's not supposed to be fat. But, and yeah, and so the longer that they're not even in this house for like a month or two, right? It doesn't seem like it.
Yeah.
And so, At first it was like small things, like the daughter noticed that there was a girl in the office with the dad, and so does the son.
Yeah, because they're playing outside and they kind of see, like, there's a girl in Dad's office, like, through the outside window.
Yeah, and so, at first the wife thinks it's like a joke, like, oh, yeah, who's the girl in your office? Maybe she had thought, like, the kids had saw them together, but he doesn't answer it. And then this is where he slowly starts to become more unhinged and way more aggressive towards the kids, like, especially during the book incident where he's like, I told you guys to stay out. I hear you guys like skidding around at night
in my office. Yeah,
in my office. The wife starts hearing things as well and starts seeing things, and I think the mirror starts to affect her perception of herself.
Yes, yeah, because she's got a C-section scar.
Yeah,
and and she starts hearing she hears like the husband be like, "Oh, you're such a fat cow," and stuff like that. And so she's already like self-conscious.
Yeah.
And then she's like, "What did you say?" And he's like, "Nothing. I'm reading my magazine."
Yeah. And it was probably the mirror. Because,
Right.
The mirror says stuff to him too. He's like,
Yeah.
It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. And it all comes to a point where, out of anger, he notices like her husband's writing Marisol all over the place, which we later find out in the future was one of the victims of the glass from 1975.
Yeah.
And so, out of anger, she almost is able to throw something at the glass, but at the very I think the glass wasn't expecting it. Maybe it's weak towards like heightened senses of emotions, like rage, because it almost hits the glass, and then the glass automatically was like, whoa, I'm gonna possess you now, because that was a little too close.
Right.
And when that happens, she almost goes to attack the kids. When Alan comes home, he like chokes her out, and then before he could, he calls the police, the ambulance.
Yeah.
But before he can say anything, he's like, never mind. And it's gotten a hold of him. He chains up his wife. What's it called? The kids are like super freaked out about it.
Right. Yeah. The kids at that point don't know mom's chained up, but he's like, "Oh yeah, mom's just sick, so we got to leave her alone. Yeah. Just leave her in the bedroom. Don't disturb her for a little while." And then they're like, "Dad, it's been like a week. Mom hasn't come down. You haven't gone to the grocery store. There's absolutely no food here."
We're hungry.
And he's just like, "Yeah, it's on the list." As he's staring into the mirror.
Yeah, he's becoming way more unhinged until like we get to the end of like the kids, like the flashback where the mom like escapes her confinements and then the dad is fully possessed.
Right, because the girl goes in because she's like, "There's no food, and Dad's gonna, And then she sees the mom behind the bed, like on the opposite side of the room behind
Emily
the bed.
Rose style.
Yeah, and that's when she's all the teeth. Her teeth are pulled out. She's chained to the wall.
Were they pulled out? I thought they were like rotting, and I was like, how much time has like gone?
No,
by?
because they make a reference later.
Oh yeah, that one of the victims had pulled out all his teeth, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and so as this flashback is sort of coming to an end, like the kids are almost gonna get murdered. The husband ends up killing the wife, and then the kids are like fighting in front of the mirror with the dad. But the dad I guess he maybe has a moment of clarity, where Tim picks up the gun, and he's like, "Run." And then he forces Tim to like shoot him because he can't shoot himself.
Right.
But
yeah, but you don't know if that's the illusion that the mirror gives the kid, that the dad kind of forces him to shoot him, or if he just shoots Dad.
Well, because I don't think it was a illusion, because this is the only time that the mirror ever sustains any damage. Right. Because maybe the mirror wasn't thinking like, oh yeah, I'm gonna make him shoot him. Like, whoa. Damn it.
Right, yeah, because there's a small little crack on the bottom.
A little hairline fraction, which will lower its value.
Right, but it still goes for tens of thousands of dollars.
But so that's like mainly the flashback. Now we go to the future where Tim is helping Kaylee put the mirror into the house, but he sees that she has this entire setup. It's all like, like cameras all over the house, a mouse trap like like a Goldberg machine.
Right. That's on a timer, and if there's not a human to reset the timer every 30 minutes or every hour,
30 minutes. The call is the hour.
It'll activate
and decimate this mirror. Right?
Yeah.
She also has like plants all over the house because the mirror sucks up life.
Yep.
Also, we forgot to say that the dog got sucked up by the mirror. And
right. Yes, their pet dog, last kids, got sucked up by the mirror.
And historically,
so she also has bought a dog in a cage.
Yeah. And historically, no pets have ever survived.
Right.
The Laster Glass.
Yeah.
So she also brings the dog. What a monster. Should have brought a cat.
Oh, cat would have survived.
What if it's in a cage?
No. Cats are sneaky.
But the brother thinks that his sister is like unhinged this whole time, but he's like, I'll stay. Just to prove it to you that nothing is happening.
Right. And then every time she brings up a point, he brings up the
counterpoint.
The realistic scientific explanation for what happened, for whatever she says. And it really makes it like, you're like, is this possessed or are they crazy?
Right? Yeah, the thing about it is, like, when you're going against something of the unknown and you've been healed with science,
right?
You have to want to hold on to these logical facts.
Right, yeah.
Because if you don't and you accept the unknown, then, like, where are the guidelines, right?
Right. A good example, weird example, is I was having a water fight when I was young with some kids in our front yard. We had 2 yards. Like, I had a big front yard, and my friend had a big front yard, and they connected, but the houses were on like the opposite sides of the front yards.
Yeah.
So it made like a long expanse. And we always have
Sweet.
we'd have like water balloon fights and stuff. And then one of their like cousins came and was having the water balloon fight with us and like the water, with the hose and stuff. And he grabbed the hose and he was running across from one yard to the other. And the hose is only like 25 feet long. And so at one point, like, he ran out of slack in the hose and it had like the little squeezy spray thing on it. And so his finger got caught in it.
No.
And so like he's bleeding and we're all like, oh my God, are you okay? Everybody put down your water balloons. And he's like, oh, it's the knife. You threw that knife at me. And it was I was like, I threw a water balloon at you. And he was like, no, I'm bleeding. Obviously you threw a knife at me. And like, he couldn't give that up, like that it was the hose that he got caught on because he got caught on the hose right as the water balloon hit him. And so in his head, I threw a knife. And it was there was no convincing him that I didn't throw a knife at him.
I can't come here anymore. You and your knife throwing freak
right, yeah,
friends.
We're not playing anymore. Because you threw a knife at me.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
What did he tell his uncle and aunt?
And they were like, no, Kobe didn't do that. Kobe babysits her dog.
Maybe he threw a block of cheese at you, but I don't know about a knife. But but you want to hold on to things that you believe in, especially when it's grounded in facts. And so that's why he brings out all these counterpoints. But then the sister is like, nope, they brainwashed you, man. You forgot our promise to destroy this thing, and and then he's like, fine, let's just destroy it right now. And he's like about to do it, and then he's like, you're just like tripping out right now. And she's like, why did you put it down? Yeah, because it's in your head, man.
And he's like, put what down? And he turns around and the chair that he was holding, it's a few feet away from him.
And so, things are escalating, and then he's like, oh my God, is that how you got the dog? Are you trying to sacrifice this dog to this mirror?
Yep.
And, like during the whole argument, it looks like they're talking normally, right? But as soon as he lets the dog out of the house, and he's like trying to talk to his sister. He gets to his sister. He's like, like you didn't have the help that I got. Like you were alone. Like there was no one there for you to like help you process these things.
Right.
Your life is amazing. You have a job. You have a fiance. You have a future. Let's just
focus on that, not on the past.
Yeah. Let's focus on like just living, like living for the people that can't type of deal. And she's like, fuck, maybe you're right. And like they've had this house. She's had this house forever. She was like the only kid in college that had a house
right
in her name. So she wants to, she was planning to split the house, the sell of the house with her brother,
And she said that they had tried to put it up on the market at one point, but because there was a murder in the house, no one was interested in buying it. So then she just kept it.
But it's been like long enough. Maybe they can try again to sell it.
Yeah.
Or at least
I don't know what the statute of limitation. Maybe you get to 10 years, you could be like, 10 years.
Not haunted anymore.
No crimes here.
Or you could just bulldoze the house and like repurpose the land, right? But she's convinced, right? And so she's like, maybe Tim's right. So she goes back to the room to maybe shut it all down, but the room is all disorganized,
rearranged,
right? Yep. And then she's like, I fucking knew it, man. They go back to the tapes because the only thing that this mirror can't affect are like recording devices,
right? Yep,
like tapes.
Yeah, and we didn't really kind of say that, but yeah, she had set up, so she's got two big cameras facing the mirror from opposite directions. She's got like one little small camera on the back wall that's kind of just monitoring the entire room. She's got a set of alarms, like an alarm because somebody who had the laser glass died of dehydration. So she's got one alarm that goes off every hour, and when it does, they have to drink a bottle of water. There's somebody starved to death, so there's one alarm goes off and they have to eat. Her husband's calling every hour. She's got an alarm so that if any room in the house changes temperature more than 5 degrees up or down, the alarm will go off. Like all these things, so that like because she knows that this mirror played so many tricks on the minds of her parents.
And the people before them.
And the people before them. Yeah, and then she also goes through like this whole like list of all the people who've owned this mirror have all come to a very
grisly end.
Yes.
Right? So she's trying to learn from her like the past mistakes, right? Even when her brother's asking like, who are you talking to? And we all know like maybe she's talking to the person, like talking to somebody who might inherit this glass and is trying to research it, right?
Right. Or if something happens to them, there's like a video record of that they're not just totally crazy people, that there's something actually happened.
Yeah, and so we get like a bunch of scenes where they're intertwining the flashbacks in it with the whole experiment that they're trying to do, right? But they are slowly becoming unhinged. The mirrors. Radius of influence is getting like larger and larger. Like Tim he's like, I gotta call my doctor, and it looks like he goes outside, but he's like sitting down on the floor.
Right.
And she's like, what are you doing? You came over here and then you just sat down.
And he's like, no, I went outside to call the doctor.
Yeah.
But they do a really great job with the flashing between now and then, kind of as he's remembering things that happened in his past that he's kind of blocked out because he didn't believe them with the therapy. Because even at the beginning, she's like, there was a woman in the office, and that must have come out of the mirror. And he's like, no, Dad was having an affair. And she's like, no, Mom was always home. And he's like, no, she wasn't always home.
Yeah.
And then he's like, and he's remembering it differently, but then as...
Well, like, the mental like institute or like clinic that he was at is trying to help him rationalize the things that he might have seen.
Right. And so mentally he's rationalized these things a bit like, no, this is the way I have to remember them
this way.
The correct way, not how I did as a kid.
Yeah. And you know, so things are slowly becoming unhinged. Like she thinks she's eating an apple. She puts it down, and then it changes into a light bulb. And then her brother's like, "What are you doing?" And then it's an apple.
Right? Yeah, because she's oh my god, it tricked me, and I bit a light bulb. And then her brother's like, "What are you doing?"
Yeah.
And then it turns out that she wasn't. It was still the apple.
Yeah. I remember that was like in the trailer, and I was like, "Oh, that looks good. This movie looks pretty good. I want to watch it." It's playing a lot of mind games. You know? But it escalates and it escalates to a point where it looks like the past and the future or the present are like melding together.
Yeah.
And they're just reliving that night where the parents died.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, it gets to a point where like it's called Kaylee, who, you know, she's older, so she's had more time with her mom. You know, she was right before maybe her starts with a P, a child to a teenager, puberty. Right? You're looking at me like I don't. Child to a teenager. Yeah, like, you know, she had more time like with her mom, you know, before puberty, so before she could hate her mom for her teenage years. And,
Right. Yep.
you know, what's it called? Tim, he's freaking out about like his dad, you know, obviously because he shot him. And it gets to a point where Kaylee's like, she just sees her mom and she wants to hug her. Oh, well, okay. Before that, she does accidentally kill her fiance.
Yes.
Because she thinks it's her mom back when she was like all toothless.
Yeah. So yeah, there was like broken plates in the bedroom where her mom was eating, and then she realizes if she looks through the viewer of her like her iPhone, she could see the floor and see that that broken glass isn't there. Mm-hmm. And so it's like, oh, maybe this is my way to see reality when the mirror is messing with me. So she goes downstairs, and that's when she picks up a piece of glass, and then her husband like startles her and she stabs him in the throat, and she's like, "Oh, it's okay. It's not real glass." But then she turns around because she's looking on the ground through the thing to show that there's no glass, but then she turns around and she had kicked one of the pots, and so it was actually a chunk of glass from the plant pot, the pottery. So she did stab him.
Yeah, and then like when she looks through her viewfinder, she sees her husband's dead body even after he had called. Yeah. So
I bet that's right, because that was another freaky thing, because he's laying there on the ground dying, and then it turns 9 o'clock, and so the phone rings because it's on the hour, and her husband's there,
and dead. But yeah, and so we get to the point where like at the end of the movie, she's like hugging her mom, and it's actually her like putting herself against the mirror. Yeah. And then the brother's like, "I'm gonna kill this mirror," and it's, you know, he releases the trap, but then instead of hearing like a shatter, he hears like gargles.
Yep.
And just, you know, before this he had actually called the police. Like this is like when they were about to get out, but then they see themselves inside the house, and they're like, maybe it's the mirror tricking us that we're actually still inside the house and not outside.
Right, and there's no way we actually called the police. That was probably all faked by the mirror.
Yeah, this was some mindfuck. You know, like this whole situation is like a mindfuck, right? But the movie ends the same way it ended 20 years ago, or like
12 years ago.
12 years ago, right? Where you know, the Tim, he's getting taken away by like CPS.
Yep.
You know, and he's like, "It was the mirror," and now he's older and had just gotten released from a mental clinic, and he's like, "You don't believe me? It's the mirror."
Yeah.
And you know, when he's a kid, he sees his parents in the windowsill, and then now as an adult, he sees the sister had joined them.
Yep.
And the movie just ends. just super
Yeah.
depressing, like Mike Flanagan style depressing. Before we get to other things, let's go to our other segment where we got high star and the low star.
A star. We got a 10 out of 10. An exciting psychological movie after a long time. That's a weird sentence. I haven't reviewed any films except for some TV series, but for this film, I had to. This is an excellent work from the director Michael Flanagan in a horror genre. Well-written story, even though at first it may feel like an old concept. Just after 10 minutes after the start, you will be completely inside the story. More than the spine-chilling moments, there are a lot of psychological elements that'll bring goosebumps. Another highlight is the wonderful acting, though camera work should have been better. Karen Gillian looks cute throughout, and Brenton Thwaites leaves an impression. I loved this movie. Don't go with negative reviews. Go watch it. Worth every penny. Better than all the Paranormal Activity movies. Oh, man, Flanagan did the Paranormal Activity movies too, didn't he?
Did he? No, maybe the first one.
Maybe it was just the first one.
Wait, sorry guys, we're checking. We are checking. Based on directors. No, I think he just threw that in as a jab.
Oh.
It was produced by Blumhouse, just like this movie was. It's
Oh,
one of the
maybe
production
maybe that's where I got.
Maybe that's where the jab came from. Now we have 1 out of 10. Disappointing. One of the worst horror films I've seen so far. An awful plot based on empty suspense scenes only. A hasty and disappointing ending that simply made its earlier suspense totally meaningless. And left the audience with a sense of betrayal because you were led to expect something grand, but all you got in the end is that's it. Really? Why? However, if you have nothing else to do and expect very little, then it could be one of your options for a Friday night, but it's not a movie that you'd want to watch again. My own standard for good horror movies would be What Lies Beneath and The Others. Those fucking suck. It's important to... First of all, What Lies Beneath is a thriller. And The Others, is that the one with Nicole Kidman?
Yeah.
That one was okay too. Like, oh, you suck, dude. Important to produce a solid story that explains and signifies the early suspense moments. It makes the audience think and love to watch it again, family and friends. Like, The Others is like more of like a drama.
Right,
like
that's
a
not
Victorian drama.
Yeah, it's not a horror movie.
Like, the scariest part was like the twist. You're like, oh, that makes sense.
Right, but it's like a horror, like an M. Night Shyamalan movie is a horror movie.
Yeah, like, you suck,
Like, oh,
dude.
it's the trees.
Okay, so what I wanted to tell you is, so Mike Flanagan, I'm thinking this was like one of his like directorial debuts, because apparently I haven't fact checked it, so don't throw me under the bus, but apparently like in Haunting on Hill House, the Lasser glass is in the basement.
Oh,
And it's hanging up in Bly Manor.
okay.
Yeah. So a lot of people, there's a theory going around that the homes aren't haunted, but it's the Lasser glass affecting the homes.
Interesting.
Oh yeah, I thought that was cool. It's like what's it called? What's his name? Justin Wong, or no, not Justin Wong. The guy who does like the Saw movies.
Yeah.
Yeah, like he did Dead Silence, the puppet movie.
Oh, okay.
And Jigsaw was one of the puppets.
Oh, right. Okay.
It's a little Easter egg, it's a
Yeah.
little directorial Easter egg for you.
I love it when
for you guys.
when they do stuff like that. Yeah, it's like Rob Schneider's in every Adam Sandler movie. Yeah, same thing.
You're saying that Adam Sandler is using this half Filipino man as a prop?
100%.
Oh, I mean, like, it's just Adam Sandler giving his friends jobs.
Most likely.
I would love to get paid to say, oh yeah, you could do it. You could do it all night long. But like, no, this is like, I like these subtle ones that are like, it's like this, like you don't know it until you pay attention, And then like you could actually build like your own little theories on these things.
Oh, totally. Yeah. And I love that, like, I mean, there are some scary spots, like when the mom jumps out and like she's like chained to the wall. Like, but this movie could have like really relied and put in like 15 jump scares, like, and just, wasted itself. Like, I hate when you do a jump scare twice in a movie. Totally acceptable.
Yeah.
But when you like throw like every time, like every corner,
Yeah, you don't want to get begooled every corner.
Right. So I love that they didn't do that.
I hate. Oh, sorry. Like little nitpick. Sinister, an amazing horror film because it's creepy. Like the parts where they actually show the kids is like where it kind of gets ruined. But the end where they're like pulling away from the attic, from the box of like tapes.
Oh.
And then they beguile you, and I'm like, why would you do that? Why would you ruin it? Like, you could have just cut to black.
Right.
And it would have been done, So, yeah, you're right. Like, this movie didn't really do too many jump scares.
Yeah.
It did, like, I think only, like, 3 or 4.
And, like, the thing with the mom, that worked really well as a jump scare because you expect mom to be there and you don't know what's wrong with her. And then she pops out and, like, her teeth are gone and she looks like half dead and then she's chained to the wall. Yeah. So I'm like, that would like really worked.
Yeah. Like, and then like, I like, you can tell, I think you can tell now that it's a Mike Flanagan like directed property IP because of just how like unsettling he kind of sets things up, right? Like sometimes you'll see things that you thought you saw but weren't there.
Right.
And he does that wonderfully in like The Haunting of Hill House. Like, like the internet went crazy after that stuff came out, and then there was that whole article like, did anyone else notice that like throughout the show there's actually ghosts in the background? They like never address it. And like, they have like the same like reflective eyes.
Right.
Just like the Lasser glass.
Yep.
But and so you could tell like you could see that in like little drops in this one. He uses like reflections to never really see the full picture, but like how the kids see things versus how the person who's possessed by the glass sees things. And I think that's great. And then this might like I can understand why a lot of people might not like this one because it's not like a traditional like horror film.
Right.
It's more of like a psychological horror.
Yeah. Yeah.
How did you like it? Like, how did you like how they did like the stories between like the present and the past?
I thought it was good. I thought it made a lot of sense. It was a good way to do it, other than just being like, here's the present we're gonna set up. Here's the thing, and now we're gonna do a big flashback and do like a half an hour of them as kids, and then come back to the present and then finish the movie. Like, that's the other option, and I thought this was blended really well because you even had parts where like the adult of them was walking off of one screen as the child part of them was coming onto the other side of the screen.
Yeah,
like just it seemed to flow really well.
Yeah, and I think that was, I think if I was like a movies exec or whatever and I saw that, like you could tell how Mike Flanagan's like directing style had evolved from this one which came out in 2013 to Haunting on Hill House, which came out like 2018.
Right. Yep.
Like 2019, 5 years, because he also did those parts where like the adult counterparts of these children would interact with each other, and it made it seem seamless. And
yes.
When you do like the cuts to each other, then like the adult becomes the child, and it makes it much more seamless, like the storytelling and how the pacing of the film kind of goes, because it could be kind of jarring if you're like constantly going back and forth.
Right.
But the way he kind of weaves it in together, like, what's it called? Tim would be like talking to Kaylee, and then all of a sudden he'll see their dog behind her. Yeah. And then you get dragged into, like in Bly House, a memory.
Right. Yep.
Which for him it's a memory. For us, it's like new information.
Yeah. And
I thought that was great. Oh, how did you think about, like, we're always picky about kids acting. How do you think they did here?
I was quite impressed.
Yeah.
The girl more so than the boy, but I had no problems with his acting.
Yeah.
And I thought she was exceptional.
Oh yeah, those gingers.
I was like, my least favorite part of the whole movie is the haircut she had when she was an adult. That was not good.
Oh, isn't that just her regular hair?
No. It was.
It's because you remember her from the Doctor series. I don't understand the Doctor Who thing. And like, if you guys, so I don't know when we're going to publish this, but like, they had just revealed like, not the new Doctor, but I guess there's like a Doctor anniversary happening. And it's, what's it, David Tennant?
Oh, okay. He's coming back?
Well, like, the clip of it was, like, the female doctor, she goes into that, like, fucking booth thing, and she's like, oh, I don't know who I'm going to be next. And I was like, is that how it works?
Yes. Yeah, then every season, the doctor basically reincarnates, kind of.
Into I thought that he would, like, die and at least, like, live out a life. She just walked in and she was,
just
like...
a season.
Yeah, and then she just turned into David Tennant. Mm-hmm. But I think it's only for, like, an anniversary. And I think that one actor from Sex Education, the black guy, I think he's gonna be the new Doctor.
Oh, okay.
I was like, man, when are we gonna get an Asian Doctor? There's already so many. He could be Indian.
Right. Yeah.
I don't know if East Asian or Southeast Asian is pretty popular in like in London.
But Indian,
yeah. I watched Skins.
Yeah.
That's where that one dude came from. What's his face? What's that movie? The one with the tiger, Life of Pi. And Slumdog Millionaire. He was from Skins.
Yep.
See? So, but I don't know, man. Like, London has Biba Doobie. She's like a Filipino, like, indie artist.
Right.
She's pretty good.
Yeah.
Pretty good. And so, yeah.
And the Prime Minister's Indian.
Oh. That's cool. He's like, it's about time we get payback. He's like, he or she is like plotting right now. Like, yes. So much land will be given back to India. But yeah, and so like this movie is it's more, it's very reminiscent of like Ju-On with like the space time that's like messing around. They don't ever get to interact with the past.
Right.
But the ghosts from the past interact with them.
Yeah. And the part that I like so much is if you start to use his the boys like rationalizations to the girl, it really makes you think, is there any ghost? Is this really a haunted mirror? Or is this really all in their heads? Because he makes the comment. He's like, they're like, no, the mom and dad were possessed by this mirror and killed. And he's like, no, think about it. Mom and dad both had mental disorders. And mom went crazy because she found out dad was cheating on her. And he didn't know how to get out of it, so he killed her. Like, doesn't that seem much more plausible than they're both possessed and went insane because they were staring into a mirror for too long?
Yeah.
And he's like, and if you think about it, the genetic factors, they were both crazy and we're genetically linked to them. So we could be just as crazy. And when he says like it, all of a sudden it's like, yeah.
Well, I know, but then like
21 is totally the age you'd go into a schizophrenic break.
Yeah.
Like that's when like symptoms would really start kicking in for the two of them.
Yeah. But then like it's also like, before they moved into this house, they already had this life, where like everything was kind of like normal, right? Like, like there wasn't really
But you get nothing from before. Yeah. Maybe they moved to this town because they got thrown out of their old town because everybody was like, we don't want crazies on our block.
I don't know. Like, yeah, like we never really get that. But then you also like have to remember like he's been 12 years under like psychiatric care. And, you know, psychiatric care, they're going to be like, hey, you're crazy. Let me tell you what reality is.
Right.
Now, if 12 years, I keep telling you that Nirvana is the only band that you ever need to listen to. or the Monkees are the greatest band that never existed. For 12 years constantly put you under medicine. Like, hey, here's your medicine. And also, here's a track from the Monkees. It's almost like a brainwashing thing,
right?
It's a brainwashing for good,
right? So, because in the reality of the doctors, a haunted mirror doesn't exist.
Yeah,
so yes,
stupid.
If they can convince him it doesn't exist, then they're making him normal.
Yeah, but it's weird though, Barry, because like you can scale it way back into. Like before even the Renaissance period, where like Europeans had believed that there's this thing with the mirror, like it's like a window to another universe. It's this and that. Honestly, I don't even know how mirrors are made, but like, you know, it's a very interesting concept, right? Like I think Da Vinci had a very strange asphyxiation with like his like the mirror world.
Right.
And so, like, you know, like we just try to rationalize things that we can't really understand because they're out of our norm. You know, like if tomorrow I just start seeing people fly, I'm like, I must have died in my sleep. Because people just don't fly all of a sudden.
Right. Yeah.
You know, it also sucked to be the only person not be able to fly.
Right.
You're going to get bullied all the time.
Absolutely.
You don't know how many times I'm gonna get dropped. You know,
you're gonna be the kid from the first season of My Hero Academia.
Oh god. I think there's like another one where it was like, hey, you guys want to play like whatever? It's where we pick up pedestrians and just drop them from. Like terrible. But yeah, I think coming into this movie, if you're expecting like a straight up horror, like ghost horror film, I think you like adjust your expectations.
Right.
Think about it like a supernatural psychological thriller or horror.
Right. Much more like if you liked the Bly House.
Yeah.
Like it runs similar to that, because I didn't even really think about the flashbacks between the future and the past.
Yeah.
Till you mentioned that, and I was like, oh yeah, it is very similar. That's like the
his style.
The series of this movie.
All right.
Which was made off of a short story.
Yeah. It's like what, like chapter 3 or something? That's
yeah.
It was Oculus or something like that. Yeah. It's probably from the same series, to be honest. Like, because I know, like, what's it called? Bly Manor and Haunting on Hill House was, like, wasn't it? It was, like, from the same series. Mm-hmm. Like, I think House on Haunted Hill was, like, Turn of the Screw. And then Bly Manor was a separate book. So it could be a part of, like, even the same, like, author.
Right, the universe Oculus, at least, yeah.
Yeah, like, Oculus could have been a part of, like, their little short stories. He, like, took the ideas from that and then put it into this movie.
I could totally see that. If you're a director or whatever, and you've got a writer that you really like.
Oh yeah.
And you have an ability to take their stories and convert them into a screenplay.
It's amazing.
Like and if they're a good writer, you could go from book to book.
And I think this is like a nice like change of pace, dude. Just because like from like the recent past 7, 8 years, like horror has turned into a new page, into like having the slow burn.
Right.
But I would like classify like Mike Flanagan's like horror stories or horror movies as like almost like a Victorian romanticized horror films.
Yeah.
You know, and
true, because with like The Mirror, with The House, it does the themes, it kind of starts the theming it
like very gothic.
Yeah.
But not like gothic like Tim Burton gothic, but just like a modern age gothic horror film. And I remember when I first watched Bly Manor, I didn't like it because of how I was expecting, like, from Hill House. But then when I like looked at it from like this like gothic romance horror film, it like totally changes like the whole thing.
Right.
And so I'm super glad about that. Like, you know, like I think this is probably the most creative horror age that we could like live in right now. Just because, like, you know, back in the 80s, as much as I love the 80s, it's all like it was filled with slasher films.
Right. Yeah, because even now the slasher films that are coming out are much more creative.
Yeah, you gotta be, right? Like, you know, like, I mean, yes, there's like hidden gems there with like Scott Ridley's Aliens and James Cameron's The Thing.
Right.
But, you know, it was filled with Freddy, Jason, and Michael, which is fine. Like, hey, I love those things. I love the campy type of deals. But now we have like Mike Flanagan. We have directors like Jordan Peele.
Oh, right.
Ariasta, or I know I'm not saying his name right, or Ari Aster, the guy who did like Midsommar and Hereditary.
Yep.
And Avicii.
Those are much slower burns than this. This one's got like a slow, kind of like the review said. The first 10-15 minutes is a little bit slow. You're getting a little bit of you get its backstory.
Yeah, it's well paced.
But it doesn't drag for too long, and once it starts moving, it starts humping along pretty good.
Yeah. And so, yeah, I'm like super excited for all these things, but also I'm like, it always surprised me that WWE Studios like backed this film.
Right, not even a wrestler in it.
Well, maybe one of the guys from one of the Lasser Glass victims is like Edge. I don't know who's like a smaller wrestler.
And then, so totally go back. There's, I don't know if the fiance actually got killed, because as he kind of leaves, you start seeing all the victims in the windows.
Yeah.
And the fiance's not in a window.
Oh.
So he
might be a wrestler.
He may not have ever been to the house.
Cool. That's good. Hey, I didn't even think about it that way. Or wait, no, because then I'm trying to think about it. I mean, you did see the ghost, like he was standing in front of the mirror.
Right, but like he's not in the windows when he's leaving, and
no, but like, do you think the mirror can replicate a soul it hasn't claimed? Because it even had the eyes too. I don't know, but like it's open to interpretation.
Right.
All right, guys, we're coming up to our hour. Thank you guys for joining us. Make sure to check out all the rest of our theme months. We have 150 episodes now, which is awesome. Awesome for us.
Absolutely.
And we also have a couple commentary videos on our YouTube channel that's going to be linked down below in the show notes. But if this is the first time you guys are joining us, we have our reviews in 4 different sections. We have Stream It, DVD it, Blu-ray it, and the Ultimate WWE Box Collection. Colby, where are you at?
I'm definitely Blu-raying this. I thought this movie was fantastic. I'm like with the guy, 10 out of 10 on this. This was definitely enjoyable. I would definitely share this with people.
Oh, yeah.
WWE box set, I'm down. I liked all the movies this month.
It was all fun. Same with me. I think this would warrant a Blu-ray just because I feel like it's going to have a decent amount of extras. Like, you know, maybe there's like a little short, like a little 20-minute documentary about the lore of the Lasser Glass.
That would be fantastic, yeah.
If there's like a director's cut, that would be awesome. Like, I mean, the movie is not short by any means. It's like an hour 45. But like, it would be cool to like get like an extra 10-15 minutes to just make it a 2-hour movie. And, you know, that'd be cool. You know, just to hear Mike Flanagan's thoughts on the, like his own commentary on the whole film.
Right.
And, you know, just like the maybe where the inspiration for the film came out of. That'd be really cool to just hear about.
Yeah. This would be. I really enjoyed. So I'd love to see some bonus features.
All right, guys. Thank you guys for joining us. Make sure to check out down the notes down below with our Amazon affiliate links and our WWT commentary YouTube channel link is down there below.
And of course, our socials. We got our Facebook and our Twitter that we always tout, but we've also got an Instagram now. So follow us on all three. And then, it's the easiest way to send us suggestions and tell us how much you love us.
Oh, sweet. All right, guys. Thank you guys for joining us. My name is Barry.
This is Colby.
And this is Who Watches This. If you guys want to check out there's a theme music, it is Lee Rosevere. It's called Arcade Montage. It's on our album Music for Podcast 3, and our Bandcamp is down below.
Thank you.